that's really the goal. I could finish him in the first round. He has the excuse for a bad weight cut. We rematch in the T-Mobile Arena. I get Paddy Pimblett twice. Let's get this thing out of the way right now, right this time, this year. I don't have to worry about it in the future because I want Paddy Pimblett. We're both young. We're both in the prime of our life, and I want to beat him twice, hopefully.
You were working hard out there, man. 90 minutes straight.
Yeah, I go all day, man. I'm not fat like a lot of other fighters can get between fights, and I'm in here all year. So I just love doing that. It's easy to go hard when you enjoy what you're doing. So.
What was the initial reaction when you found out you were getting booked against this man?
Honestly, I was a bit offended because he's been kind of picking fights that are easy. I'm like, I must have looked really bad in my last fight to get this fight. So very flattered, kind of offended, but also excited.
What do you think your reaction's going to be when everyone's on their feet and they're all yelling, "Oh, Paddy the baddie. Oh, Paddy the baddie." The schmo knows they're going to be doing that.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited because they're going to get quiet when I finish the fight, and when they're probably going to riot after I twerk on them. So I'm excited. Statistically speaking, I think it's going to be submission, but I have to put my money on it. I think it's going to be a very awkward decision. I think this fight's going to be very strange. Get ready to welcome to the circus, man. I'm the Monkey King. You're going to see what I do on July 23rd because I'm the real baddie in the UFC. You see me drop it like it's hot. I can't wait to show you guys.
Yeah, 100%. If I was trying to push Paddy Pimblett, who I think is talented and I like him, fan of him, sorry I'm going to beat you. But if I watch this kid get chinned by two guys who are not the best, almost lose, and then kind of take victory from the jaws of defeat, I would want him to fight a guy who doesn't like the power punch. And if you watch my fights, it seems like I don't like to punch very hard to the head, and it would give Paddy a lot of chances to, make up for a lot of technical weaknesses. But I think I'm not too worried about it. I think I fought better strikers. I fought better grapplers. I just haven't fought Paddy Pimblett, and he hasn't fought me. And I think this is going to be a little bit of egg on people's faces when I think the fight comes. I think I'm going to handily beat him. He's incredibly tough. He has an eye for a finish. He's like an ambush hunter, like one of those spiders that comes out of the hole and drags you in. But he leaves a lot of openings. I feel like when I watch his fights, even his Cage Warriors fights, anytime someone grapples him back, he loses. Tough. Every fight I watch, it seems like he gets dropped or he gets hurt. Scousers don't get knocked out, but hopefully I can put him to sleep. We'll see if I can do that. But yeah, I feel like if you take away all the flash and social media, which I don't really take a part of, I don't think there's too much to worry about. I feel like if I just focus on the fight and I don't let the crowd get to me, I think I have no worries. I'm very excited. No concerns whatsoever. I think he has to get lucky. What about me? It's going to be my hometown after I win. They're going to love me. They just don't know it yet. After 15 minutes of combat, I'm sure they'll like me. And I'm used to flying to people's hometown, beating up their cousins, having things thrown at me, booze, all that jazz. I fought a guy where his coach is the ref. I don't care about enemy territory. I do a bunch of flamboyant stuff after I win. I get plenty of hate. I don't fit the typical fighter mold. And I feel like if there was any fighter around our ranking that wouldn't care about that stuff, I think it's me.
I don't think I'm going to be starstruck. I don't really see him as a star. He's just a guy that's 0-2 in the UFC, and he fought some guys that had losing records in the UFC, and there's plenty of guys in the roster like that. So I'm just kind of trying to separate this fight from the flash, and on paper, I'm not too interested in this, and I think I'm a little too smart to make a lot of the mistakes that a lot of his opponents have made. If I take him down, I'm not letting him up. If I hurt him, I'm not going to let off the pressure. And he's not the most accurate striker. He has one real knockout, and he's a regional champ, and I've fought all those things before. So I've never been dropped by anyone near my size. I've never been hurt in any of my fights. The only time I've been cut was a headbutt. So we've done a lot of the same things, me and Paddy, but I've done it without taking any damage. No one knows about my chin because I don't get hit. So he's a good fighter, and I really like him, and I think he's very entertaining, and I'm kind of a fan. Like now, I like his interviews and all that, but it's just work. So.
Last one from me, just so we can make sure we still have the headline. The plan is still to knock him out and twerk on him afterwards?
Yeah, finish the fight, twerk, go home. And it's probably going to be a grappling match. He has the one knockout, and he was kind of getting pieced up, and he hit Luigi exiting a clinch, so Luigi didn't have his base. I mean, he's not very good on the front foot, so I don't imagine the pressure's going to be an issue, because no one's wanted to take him down, and I'm a much better grappler than him, I'm a much better wrestler than him, so the idea that he's just going to run and throw punches recklessly, and I'm just going to cover up and get hit with 10 unanswered strikes and fall, I don't think that's going to happen. No, I don't think he's a threat in the striking department. I mean, when I separate from the Flash, he doesn't really have momentum. You know, he beat 2 guys who aren't even on the roster anymore. So, in terms of actually where my place is in this division before and after this fight, it's absolutely no different. And I mean, social media followers are cool. I'll gain a lot more after I win, but that doesn't matter to me. I've never cared about that stuff. It's basically my defense versus his offense, but he's not particularly good on the front foot. He hit Luigi out of the clinch. If you watch his entire career, he's always getting backed up against the fence, chin up high, trying to throw a check left hook. If he leads, it's with the left leg. I mean, I've seen this all 1,000 times before. He's just a left-handed fighter. He just fights all left side, and I could avoid that. I'll walk away from it. I think as long as I have appropriate pressure, patience, and positioning, this fight will be pretty easy. I just got to stay on my toes, stay disciplined, and it should be a walk in the park.
So far in your UFC career, would you say that Paddy's your toughest opponent or not?
No, I don't think he's my toughest opponent. I think Trey would have worked him, honestly. He's good on the ground, but also he fought in a region where no one's a strong grappler. Every time anyone's ever grappled him first, he loses. Every time someone takes him past the first round, he almost loses. The people that beat him who are in the UFC have a losing record. The other guy who beat him is in the Bellator, almost lost to a journeyman. I think, look at the people I've lost, the person I've lost to, look at the people he's lost to. No comparison whatsoever. So.
Chance you twerk over him if he gets.
I want to teabag him, lad. I want to teabag him like it's Modern Warfare 2.
This is how I get down, boy. Obviously, there was some talk before about twerking and teabags. We saw a teabag. I got that teabagging like Modern Warfare 2, yeah.